Hello everybody, welcome back to ESL DRILL. This is a different kind of video. All these days we have been learning some vocabulary, learning some grammar topics, and we dealt with some comprehension. And today I'm going to offer a wonderful resource to you all. If you are one of my students, you already know what I'm talking about. It's about my website, esldrill.com. So before I talk about the resource I have, I would like to explain to you what this domain name esldrill.com stands for. Now this ESL stands for English as a second language. In most of the countries around the world, English is learned as a second language. Of course, in Andhra, Telangana, English is learnt as a third language, because not just Andhra and Telangana and other regional languages, but in states like Andhra and Telangana, we have English as a third language, because the first language is the mother tongue, that is Telugu, and the second language is the national language Hindi, and the third one is English. But I chose the most standard abbreviation, ESL. Okay, now drill is nothing but repetition. So you often hear of teachers giving drilling when it comes to math tables and some other things that they want to teach the young kids. So drilling, repetition, and I always believe that having knowledge may get you to success, but even without having enough knowledge or enough intelligence, through repetition, one can master any skill. So that's why I say repetition is the mother of any skill. And take tests, get better grades in English. Now let's get into the topic, that is the resource I have. The resource is this website itself. Now, what is special about this one? Well, this website offers quizzes. That is a wonderful resource you can have. Quizzes can be fun. Sometimes the questions can be tricky, and then there is some sort of challenging element that actually motivates the students to try further. And there is sometimes gaming element. Students try to compete with other students in terms of actually improving their score. Okay, let's get back to the main topic. We have all 10th class lessons based on the new CBSE syllabus adopted by the state government of Andhra Pradesh, State Council, SCERT. Now let me show you how you can do a quiz. So for example, we have the first lesson in the first unit, that is a letter to God. Here I have included summary along with the quiz. Now look at this, you can go through the summary. Now here is the summary, and let's try to do the quiz. See, here you need to fill in the details here, like your name and school, but if you are a registered user, you don't need to do anything here, because this information is automatically gathered by the program, the built-in software. So let's try to start quiz. Okay, so this is how things are presented, like each question is presented on each page, separate page. Of course, I can allow people to try all 10 questions at a time by allowing them, all the questions to be displayed on each page. But I think this is good. So let's try to answer this question first. Remember, each quiz has 10 questions, and some quizzes have more than 10 questions. Depending on the need, I've decided that generally 10 questions in each quiz. And because that is going to be quick, and then people can go to another quiz, they don't get bored that way. Now look at this one here. The question is, what is a lesson the reader can learn from the story A Letter to God? We have three options here. We can go through all these options carefully. Like, material possessions are more important than hope. It is important to be suspicious of authority figures. Faith can inspire kindness in unexpected places. Now, if maybe for some reason a student is not able to understand the question, and there are occasional hints available, like you you click on, or maybe you tap on hints, you get the translation like in your mother tongue Telugu. Now here లెంచో రాసిన రెండవ లేఖ యొక్క సంభావ్య ఫలితం ఏమిటి? I mean, so what happened? Now what is a lesson that we can learn? Now we understand that faith can inspire kindness in unexpected places. Now here the farmer Lencho's faith inspired kindness in the postmaster and the postal employees. So the answer is C. Now let us see if it is correct or incorrect. Yes, that's right. Okay, now let's move on. Now let's look at the second question. What was the one hope the family had after the storm? You know, Lencho's crops were destroyed in hailstorm. So what was the one hope the family had after the storm? So let's get hints. తుఫాను తర్వాత ఆ కుటుంబానికి ఉన్న ఒకే ఒక ఆశ ఏమిటి? Now the answer, a support from their neighbors, help from God, a good harvest next year. Which one was the only hope the family had after the storm? You know, help from God. So okay, now let's choose that one and see answer. Okay, that's correct. Let's move to the next question. What is the likely outcome of Lencho's second letter? Let's see hints. లెంచో రాసిన రెండవ లేఖ యొక్క ఫలితం ఏంటి? Lencho will lose faith in God altogether. The postmaster will ignore it. The post office workers will raise more money for Lencho. Now in the lesson we learned that the postmaster was impressed with Lencho's faith in God. That is why we believe that they will try to raise more money, gather more money, so that they could give the remaining 30 pesos, because they were able to collect 70 pesos and now they will try to collect 30 pesos. This is just our assumption. We are not really sure if it is really going to happen. Anyway, let's see answer. That's right. Let's move forward. How does the story depict the role of the post office? Here depict means describe. Now if you are not sure, you can always get hints. Remember, not every question has hints, but if you see get hints, you can try. Post office పాత్రను కథ ఎలా వర్ణిస్తుంది? As a symbol of hope and connection, as a source of frustration and delay, as a place of bureaucracy and indifference. Not from Lencho's point of view, but in general. Now, readers, how will the readers understand, about the post office role? I believe it acts as a symbol of hope and connection, because postal employees actually tried to offer charity and they tried to gather 70 pesos for Lencho. That's right. Number 5. What is the significance of the detail that Lencho is an ox of a man? Now here the writer says Lencho is an ox of a man. Now this is metaphorically said, like, Lencho. Now I think we'll get into the details with the answers. It suggests his hardworking nature. Lencho is an ox of a man. What does it suggest? It suggests his hardworking nature. It emphasizes his generosity. Don't worry, there is a spelling mistake. I'll correct that anyway. And it emphasizes his physical weakness. Which one do you think is correct? Yeah, you're right. It suggests his hardworking nature. Now he works like like an animal, like an ox. That's right. Let's move further. The 6th one. How does the story's title foreshadow the main events? Now here the unfamiliar word maybe is foreshadow. Let's get hints. కథ టైటిల్ ప్రధాన సంఘటనలను ఎలా సూచిస్తుంది? It means foreshadow. It means to guess things that are going to happen. Now, it suggests a lack of communication. It means there is no lack of communication. It reveals the importance of religion in the characters' lives. No. It highlights Lencho's unconventional approach to prayer. Now, unconventional is the opposite of traditional, regular. It's not a regular way of praying to God. Actually, he wrote a letter to God. Nobody ever writes letters to God, but this man writes a letter to God. That is unconventional, not traditional, something different. So let's see that. That's right. Now here I gave the meaning of unconventional, the part of speech of unconventional, and the meaning and the synonym as well. Unorthodox. Orthodox is traditional and conventional. Opposite is unorthodox, unconventional. Let's move to the next one. How did Lyncher feel about the post office employees? Let's get hints. Not that I don't understand this, but I want to show you that you can get hints. పోస్ట్ ఆఫీస్ ఉద్యోగుల గురించి లెంచో ఎలా భావించాడు? He trusted them completely. No, that's not true. He admired them. No, that's not true either. He distrusted them. Right. Right. What is the main theme of the story? Get hints. కథలో ప్రధాన ఇతివృత్తం ఏంటి? Means the main theme, main plot. The power of faith, the corruption of bureaucracy, the importance of hard work. It's not the corruption of bureaucracy. It means actually it's not about how post office people were involved in corruption or something like this, or the importance of hard work. It's not about that. It's about the power of faith. I mean, the whole story is about Lencho's unconventional faith and its power. The answer is right. Here I have mentioned the meaning: bureaucracy, the system of official rules and ways of doing things that a government or an organization has. Here, post office is used as an example here. Now, ninth question. What was the postmaster's initial reaction to Lencho's letter? లెంచో లేఖకు పోస్ట్ మాస్టర్ యొక్క మొదటి స్పందన ఏంటి? Sadness, anger, laughter. We know that the postmaster laughed initially and then he turned serious. So laughter is the correct one. Now, we have used many hints. Let's see if we can still get hints. Yeah. Actually, I have allowed only 7 or 8 hints for each quiz. Now, how did the postmaster react to Lencho's letter? ఎలా స్పందించారు? He was amused, he was offended, he was worried. He was not insulted. Offended means he insulted. He did not feel insulted. He was not worried. He was amused. He felt that was funny initially. He was amused. So that is the answer. Let's check if that is the correct answer. Now look at this. The C answer button has moved to the left here. I mean, this happens with the last question because on the right you can see submit or check score button. Now here's C answer. That's right. Now check score. That's done. Hello MNB Achari. Now if you are a member, you can see your name there. Hello and your name. You have completed the quiz A Letter to God and you scored 10 correct out of 10 questions. But you don't see your name here. If you want to see your name here, you need to reload the page. If you reload the page, you can see that. Now that is my name, admin, and I've got 100 points. Now if you try to do the quiz again and score 100 more again, that gets actually added to the previous score and then you see 200 against your name. So this is how you do quiz. Okay, now how can you become a member? If you want to sign up and get an account on ESLDRILL.com, it's easy. Now go to this website ESLDRILL.com, ESLDRILL.com, and then so if you are using it from a computer, you can actually look at the menu here. Otherwise, if you are accessing it from a phone, you can tap on the menu. I mean those 3 lines there that you see on top right corner, and then you see the menu displayed there. Now click or tap on register and then you will be taken to this registration page. Now see here, this is what it says: premium account, and this account is valid for the whole academic year. I mean, you can use it until the exams are over. If your exams get postponed by 1 month or 2 months, you can use that until the exams are over. Don't worry. Until your English exam is over, your account will be active. So actually last year and before the last year, I charged 600 rupees for each account, but I wanted to make sure that most number of people, but I wanted to make sure that many people take advantage of this resource. So actually I cut it down to 419 rupees. So how do you sign up? For example, I want to sign up or register as Mahesh. Remember, username must be a single word, it should not have spaces. Of course, you can use the capital letter at the beginning. You can use your name, or maybe username can be anything there. Not necessary to use your own name. It can be anything. You can use your nickname. Now, first name, you need to use your original first name and then a last name. Usually, these things are different depending on the country you are in. So, no, don't worry about this one. No need to worry about this one. You can actually use the surname here if you like, the last name, let's say Mahesh, an email address. I'm using my email address for this one. Now, password. Now, the password, I mean, some people have a problem with this one here. Sometimes Google Chrome advises you to use a strong password, and then Google Chrome can create strong password. But it's not the case all the time. So I'm going to choose password. Now, I'll help you with a password. I mean, choosing a password. For example, if your name is Mahesh, you can say Mahesh. Let me show you the password so that you can understand it. Let's say Mahesh @ and you can use any fancy thing that you like. Let's say TikTok 128. It can be a random name, but make sure that you write this password down somewhere so that you can use it when you forget the password. Okay, now I have chosen this one, Mahesh at TikTok 128. But by the way, don't try to use this username and password now. I'm not really going to create an account now. Okay, now this is how things are. I have used capital letter here. I have used a symbol. I have used numbers. Make sure you use one capital letter, one uppercase letter, and one digit, at least one digit, and at least one symbol. So it can be any symbol that's available on the keyboard of your phone or computer. Now after this, now you need a payment gateway. So you have two options here. The first option is, after choosing all these things, click on this button, tap on this button, pay now. But if you don't know how to pay using a debit card or credit card, or if you don't have any debit or credit card, you can actually send 419 rupees using phone pay by scanning this QR code. Remember, send 419 rupees and send the screenshot and all these details to this email address, info@esldrill.com. But now let's talk about how to pay using a debit card. See here, you tap on or click on pay now, and it asks you to enter credit card number or debit card number, and the details like card expiry date and the CVV code, secret code, that is printed on the back of the card, debit card or credit card, and then pay now. And it actually asks you, sends you one-time password, and then you enter the password, and that's it. Your account is created. That's simple. And then you can do the quizzes anytime you like, whether it is holiday time or maybe you want to revise for tomorrow's exam, and the resource is always available. Make sure that you take advantage of this resource and reap great benefits out of this. Thank you very much. If you have any comments, thank you very much. If you have any doubts, you can mention them in the comment section below. See you in the next video.